Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. Got a good one for you today. Gonna get into Elijah Garcia and Terrell Gausha in an interesting fight. Before we get into that, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow 3D Boxing blog, and all forms of social media. The Boxing Bookie comes at you for every single major fight. So make sure you join the Patreon. Link is in the description. Ticker below. Get the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. Just $5 a month. It's the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. Join the Patreon. You get the lock of the week. You get asked to book anything. You also get access to the Discord. In the Discord, you get all types of great stuff like the live betting, the updated props. So you get everything, all the best boxing gambling advice anywhere in the universe for just $5 a month. All right. After you guys do that, head on over to carnivalbar.com. That's carnivalbar.com. It's the nutrition of a steak, the convenience of a bar. It's a meal in your pocket. It's the world's only high-fat, grass-finished beef bar that replaces a meal while on the move in stores for years. Get your travel autonomy and freedom back. That's carnivalbar.com. Use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. All right, let's get into today's show. Let's get into it. Terrell Gausha, skilled boxer, sharp skills. Safety first kind of guy, safety first technician, good jab, snappy, keeps it pumping, controls range with it, uses his feints, and changes levels really well. Like he knows how to fight. He's not he's not slow and plodding, but he's not a super athlete. He's got good skills. You can see why he was an Olympian, right? Decent movement, but he's not super slick. He's not super evasive. You can see the amateurs. And I don't mean that in an insulting way. You could see in the amateur style why he exceeded so well as an amateur. Not a ton of lateral movement, but he doesn't waste much either, right? Like he's in front of you, he move a little bit, can make you miss, he can block shots a little bit, he can catch and shoot a little bit. He can do a lot of things subtly well. Decent volume, but he's not going to win rounds on his volume either, right? Like he's not going to lose rounds, he's not going to lose fights, he's not going to win rounds, he's not going to outwork you, really out hustle you and outbang you. He's not it's not super elusive. Like I said, he's not a super athlete. He's not a big hitter. He's got good skills. He works his angles, good feet, measures and maintains distance really well. Fundamentally sound for sure, but there's just nothing special. There's nothing explosive. There's nothing, and there's also there's no next level world-class explosiveness or athleticism or urgency to him. There's no urgency to him, right? Like it's just kind of like I'm going to sit here, and this is my problem with Volney in the Abbott Williams fight. He's just kind of there. He's just kind of in front of you. He's not really looking to hurt you. He's not looking to pick up the pace. He's just if it's enough to win the rounds, it's enough to win the rounds. If it's not, it's not, and that's kind of it for him. So I think he comes up short in a lot of big fights. Now Elijah Garcia. It's a fight I like quite a bit. Southpaw, nice, snappy, long jab. Likes to be at long range. Works his angles. Can get in and out on you. Front foot combination puncher. Nice straight shots. Good offensive fighter. But again, not a lot of super athleticism to him. Not a lot of speed. He's a little slow, a little plodding. Volume gets him to shell up, but that's not going to be a problem in this fight because Gausha is not a volume puncher, right? Volume affects this guy. He'll shell up if you throw in volume. There's a lot of you go, I go. If you throw up, he'll just stand and let you and give rounds away. He's got decent movement and he can slip shots a little bit. He's defensively responsible in the high guard. Good volume, not a ton of pop. Take away his volume. He's got decent pop. He's not big time puncher. I know his knockout ratio, but his power doesn't look to be earth shattering. Fundamentally sound. Stays off the front foot. Slow. He struggles with speed. Could that be an issue? I don't see Gausha as a real speedster. Pretty decent power. Like I said, decent but not great power. That's what I'm trying to get at. He can roll with shots well. He can slip shots. Solid volume, decent volume, a lot of good things. Front foot guy, fundamentally sound. he passes this test. He's going to outwork him. He's the bigger hitter. He's going to pass this test. So let's get into the book. I'm showing you my hand. Obviously, I think Garcia is going to pull this off. I think it's a good fight. I think it's a competitive fight. Garcia's all like minus 700. However you want to look at that. I mean, this is a fight that I would take the over on. I would take Elijah Garcia on the money line. Once we get props on this, I definitely want to take Elijah Garcia on the money line. I mean, I definitely want to take Elijah Garcia on the over. So once we get props, guys, go over to the Patreon, go over to the Discord. We'll get you the line on this. But I definitely want him. I want the over on this fight. I think this definitely goes the over. So I like Garcia at minus 700. I think that's decent value to add to your parlay as a secondary bet. If you can get some minus 400, minus 500, add this to it. Sky Nicholson and Elijah Garcia. It's a decent parlay, right? So we can get some decent parlays. But this is a good fight to bet. Take it. $100 bet makes you $14.28. It lowers your odds in your parlay, which is really what you're looking for, right? This is a bet you use to lower your parlay. If you can get odds on the over, I love the over on this, but I don't have a prop on it right now. We should have it before the fight starts, and we will get to that. But I like Garcia. I like him on the money line at minus 700, and I like him on the over. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments below, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow 3 Boxing on all forms of social media. Join the Patreon. Link is in the description. It is March 18th, 2025, from Texas to the world. Thank you, and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3 Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.